Hello, I'm Justice Schlemmer. I'm a sophomore in landscape contracting, which is in the horticulture department. I'm going to talk to you today a little bit about speaking Spanish in an emergency. What I'm trying to accomplish by this is just to give you a general idea of what you might hear in an emergency, what you might ask somebody, a Spanish speaker who has been in an emergency. You know, it's very important. How many of you have ever worked with a Spanish-speaking person before? How many of you actually speak any Spanish? All right, so not many. You know, it's important to at least know a little bit of Spanish, and because it'll allow for better communication in the workplace. You'll be more effective and more efficient. And the reason I picked Spanish in an emergency is because I ran a call over the summer with my fire department, and two Latino workers were involved, and neither of them spoke English, and it was very difficult for the medics to communicate with them and figure out what was wrong. So I'm going to have you practice a little bit and just repeat after me. Everything is on the card. I'll go in order. ¿Dónde le duele? Me duele. Me duele en mi cabeza, pecho, espalda, pierna, brazo. ¿Qué pasó? Necesito una ambulancia. Necesito un doctor. Llame una ambulancia. Does anybody have any difficulties with that? I mean, I'm not fluent in Spanish, so if I say something wrong, please go ahead and call it out. I'm still learning. So now I'll get you to turn to your neighbor and just simulate kind of an accident. Say you were in a car wreck. One of you will be the victim, and one of you will ask, I guess, what's wrong. My name, you're the victim, if you don't mind. ¿Dónde le duele?
Cabeza.
¿Necesita un doctor?
No.
¿Necesita una ambulancia?
No. Okay.
So, if you all would care to do that, I'll walk around, and if you have any questions, I'll raise your hand and I'll get to you. Otherwise, I'll help you all out if I don't see anything.
Be the victim or
I guess it is me.
Down
Solid in your what did you say? Necesito un doctor. Necesito oh, no.
Tell me what happened.
I wasn't very impressed.
I left my revised paper back at home, or in the dorm. Can I just run it back over?
You know, we're Cyrus,
Still
I
doing
usually
it?
tell my kids.
Yeah, I just live right near Hall West, so I just need to grab it off the front.
So, does anybody have any questions, or is anybody done? Yes.
So, do you just basically like hope that they point to one of those? Or do you just go off like pointing a lot? Is that helpful?
Yeah, if nothing else, you can ask something like, I guess, le duele está, and point, I guess, at their, where they feel like they're hurt. If they say, see, yeah, they're hurt there. So, yes.
Are you practicing any other languages, just for future?
No, just Spanish. I get to speak it a lot in the summer because I work with a lot of Latinos on the cruise.
In the incident where the two Latinos were hurt, just curious, I mean, did they make it to the hospital okay, or die? Or?
No, it wasn't, they weren't majorly hurt, but they got very lucky. They did both make it to the hospital, and as far as I know, they were fine.
Okay.
So any other questions? Okay. Well, I mean, as you can see, this is something very important. And if you notice, I wrote this, I printed these on index cards. They have lines on the back. I encourage you to keep these. Write down, anything that you may learn, anything else that you may see. And I actually have a book about that thick of cards like this that I made for a Spanish class. It's called Spanish for the Green Industry. If you're interested, I highly recommend you take it. Spanish is just a good skill to have, especially with the growing population of Latino workers in the U.S. You'll have a lot more respect with your crew, and you'll just be more efficient overall. And it's actually really fun to learn the language once you get into it.
Are you going to travel anywhere since you're doing it?
I hope so.